Without it, the third temple cannot be dedicated. An ancient prophecy is about to be fulfilled, as ranchers in Texas may have just bred the first perfect red heifer in 2,000 years. In the intricate tapestry of end-time Bible prophecy, there are major, well-known signs like the return of Israel to its land and the rise of a global government. But there are also lesser-known, yet absolutely critical, prophetic prerequisites that must be fulfilled. One of the most fascinating and significant of these is the prophecy of the red heifer. According to ancient Jewish law, the ashes of a perfect red heifer are required for the ritual purification of the priests and the temple itself. Without this specific ordinance, the sacrificial system of the third temple cannot begin. For nearly 2,000 years since the destruction of the second temple, a biblically perfect red heifer has not existed. But now, in a stunning convergence of ancient prophecy and modern agricultural technology, that is about to change. The search for this impossibly rare animal has reached a fever pitch, and its discovery and subsequent sacrifice will be a major prophetic sign that the final countdown to the tribulation has begun. The quiet, pastoral scene of a few rust-colored cows grazing in a field belies an event of explosive prophetic significance. The biblical requirements for the red heifer are laid out in the book of Numbers, chapter 19. The animal must be a perfect, entirely red female cow. Even 2 hairs of another color will disqualify it. It must be without any physical blemish or defect, and it must never have been placed under a yoke. Once such an animal is found and reaches the proper age, it is to be sacrificed outside the camp, and its ashes are to be mixed with water. This water of purification was used to cleanse individuals from ritual impurity, specifically the impurity that comes from contact with a dead body. In the context of the third temple, this purification is essential. Before the Levitical priests can begin to serve and offer sacrifices, they and the Temple Mount itself must be cleansed. Therefore, the birth of a perfect red heifer is not just a curious footnote. It is the non-negotiable key that unlocks the door to the reinstitution of the entire temple worship system. The third temple cannot operate without it. This is why Jewish organizations like the Temple Institute in Jerusalem have been actively searching for and trying to breed a red heifer for decades. For many years, their efforts were unsuccessful. The genetic rarity of a cow being born perfectly red without a single white or black hair is astronomical. But recently, there has been a dramatic breakthrough. An evangelical Christian rancher in Texas, working with Israeli rabbis and the Temple Institute, began a program to specifically breed red heifers for this prophetic purpose. Using the embryos of Israeli Red Angus cattle implanted in surrogate cows, the program has produced several candidates that appear to meet the stringent biblical requirements. In a widely publicized event, 5 of these red heifers were flown from Texas to Israel, where they are now being raised in a secure, undisclosed location. They are being carefully monitored by a team of rabbis who regularly inspect them to ensure they remain blemish-free and do not grow any non-red hairs as they mature. If even one of these heifers is declared kosher and ritually pure when it reaches the appropriate age, it will be a prophetic sign of the highest order. The feeling is one of holding your breath, of watching a delicate and ancient chemical reaction that, if successful, will trigger a chain reaction of prophetic events. The discovery of a suitable red heifer will have immediate and dramatic consequences. First, it will galvanize the movement to rebuild the third temple. The Temple Institute has already prepared the sacred vessels, the priestly garments, and has trained the Levitical priests. The red heifer is one of the last remaining pieces of the puzzle. Its discovery will be seen by many religious Jews as a clear signal from God that the time to rebuild has come. Second, it will dramatically escalate tensions on the Temple Mount. The site chosen for the sacrifice of the red heifer is on the Mount of Olives, directly overlooking the Temple Mount. The announcement of such a ceremony would be seen as a major provocation by the Muslim world and could be the very event that ignites a wider regional conflict. Finally, and most importantly, the sacrifice of the red heifer and the subsequent purification of the Temple Mount paves the way for the fulfillment of key end-time prophecies. Once sacrifices begin in the rebuilt Third Temple, the prophetic clock of Daniel's 70th week, the 7-year tribulation, can begin. It is these very sacrifices that the Antichrist will stop in the middle of the tribulation when he commits the abomination of desolation. Thus, the sacrifice of the red heifer is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of the final chapter. The search for this animal is not an obscure religious ritual. It is a live action sign of the times. The fact that this is happening in our generation, through the unlikely cooperation of Jewish rabbis and Christian ranchers, is a testament to the strange and wonderful ways that God works to bring His prophetic word to pass. We are no longer waiting for a future, theoretical event. The red heifers are in Israel. The countdown has begun. The world is one step closer to the rebuilding of the temple and the final events of this age. If you need to understand these critical but often overlooked prophetic signs, subscribe to our channel. The pieces are falling into place faster than you can imagine.